Hello again, everybody. Well, we're back downtown in Chattanooga again, this time checking out the Confederate cemetery that is right by UTC. And while the main gate's closed, we're going to go in and take a look and see what we can see about a little bit of history. Come on, folks, let's go take a look and see what we can see. May 22? Not 100% sure, but look at that stonemason. And just looking around, if you didn't know, you would find an interesting sign. Well, interestingly enough, this little sliver is actually the Confederate cemetery. Now, once you get over to those stairs, it switches over to a different cemetery, and we'll address that another day. But you can see that some people have kept up with certain things, but a lot of them are unknown. And then you have interesting things like this one lonesome soldier over here was a black Confederate soldier. So let's go take a look at him and see. He is under this beautiful giant tree, but let's go take a deeper look out at the rest of it, shall we? So a whole bunch of shrubs were planted by loved ones in memory of these folks. You know, no matter what side of the conflict you were on, and no matter how you feel, you still have to honor your dead. And a hospital matron. Let's go take a look at a few of these others, shall we? And while it looks like the cemetery's not kept up great, somebody has come in here and at least attempted to patch up. You can see the cement. February 17th, 1903. That's one way to just show a truly awful section of our history. So I'm guessing that comes from the Citizen Cemetery. There's a road that goes that way, and it looks like it loops around this, so I need to get out of his way. I guess everybody would have entered in from down at the bottom by the Citizen Cemetery. We'll still take a look around. Okay, so just to give you a reference, if you watched my Mizpah cemetery video, the Jewish cemetery is literally right next door. But one of the more interesting things is there's a couple of large rocks here. Now, looks like they've been carved on, so did they try to do something to honor the dead, or are they just here? I don't know. But there's some more signs that we're going to take a look at. If you also watched my other video about the other Confederate cemetery, you know, that one was almost completely unknown, although they were finally able to identify. This cemetery chose to identify soldiers by erecting some simple headstones with unknown soldier, CSA. John T. Walker. What a beautiful headstone. There's a little pavilion, and you can see there's a lot of these now. I'm not necessarily going to cover all of these, but I am betting that this is going to try to cover at least the people that fell in the area. And like I said, there still are unknown soldiers here, so there's South Carolina, a lot of Alabama. Now, if you want to come and study your history, this place is available. Just be respectful even if you don't agree. And after all, it is a cemetery. And no matter what side of the thought process you're on, it still was so folks could honor their dead. I think, too, when this first started, that they tried to at least honor the ones that were buried in specific sections. Of course, you can see that not a lot of information was known about these gentlemen. I'm guessing that this little marker right here probably marks the corner of the Citizens Cemetery.
Federal
Regiment. Okay, here's an interesting thing. There's even a couple of Union soldiers buried here. Lewis Miller from the 6th U.S. Federal Regiment and E.J. Winbrute from the 19th Michigan Regiment. Very interesting. Well, that is all there is of the Confederate Cemetery. I hope you like seeing my little peek back into history. I'm off to go on some more journeys. Until then, why don't you go on some journeys of your own? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.